One day, I went to find my boyfriend, Rhys Calder, but heard him laughing with his friends.
Odette is just practice. Easy to fool, easy to drop.
I froze and ran down, but my foot slipped. I hit the floor hard, and my knee never fully recovered. After that, I broke up with him and left the city. Years later, I showed up at our college reunion with my wedding invitations.
I didn't expect Odette Hale to be the first one to get married.
After being dumped like that, she's lucky anyone still wants her.
I held the stack of my wedding invitations and ignored the whispers.
My wedding is next month. I hope you can all come.
From the moment I walked in, that cold gaze had stayed on my face. I knew he would be here, my first love, Rhys Calder. Now he was the rising heir of the Calder family. I handed the wedding invitation to him and forced myself to meet his eyes.
Rhys, I'd be glad if you came.
Rhys stayed silent for a moment. Everyone around us held their breath and watched us. Celia Wren, who was sitting beside him, smiled and spoke first.
Odette, is your leg better now?
I hesitated, then chose the lighter answer.
It still hurts when it rains.
The truth was worse because the injury had damaged the joint. Celia wrapped both hands around Rhys's arm and smiled at me.
I'm sorry, I should apologize for Rhys. For Rhys?
My fingers tightened around the invitation.
Did no one tell you? Rhys and I are getting married too. I guess I'm just lucky.
I stood there, with the invitation in my hand, suddenly unsure what to do. Celia had been my best friend. Back then, she had been closer to me than anyone. How could she do this? People around us tried to smooth things over.
Well, that was years ago, Odell. Let it go.
Just give him the invitation.
Then Rhys suddenly pushed the invitation away and laughed.
Who gave you permission to marry someone else?
The room went quiet. Even Celia's smile froze. My mind went blank for a second.
Why can't I get married?
For years, I had lived with other people's pity and mockery. Wasn't that enough? Rhys smiled at me, almost gently.
Even a dog I throw away doesn't get to find a new owner. What makes you think you can marry another man? Rhys?
A calm voice came from the head of the table. Alden Graves lifted his eyes and said lightly,
Enough.
One word settled the room, and no one dared to argue with him. After all, Alden Graves was far more accomplished than Rhys Calder. In college, he had been the untouchable genius no one could get close to. Years after graduation, he only appeared on financial covers and business news. Rhys stopped speaking, then he snatched the invitation from my hand. He opened it and smiled. The name on the invitation was Vaughn Graves.
Well, Alden, what a coincidence. Her fiancé's last name is Graves, too. Vaughn Graves. Now I really want to meet this man.
Alden took a slow sip of wine, then he smiled faintly.
Is that so? That is quite a coincidence.
Alden did not stay long before a phone call pulled him away. He was always busy. The fact that he had come to a small alumni dinner like this was already rare. I found an excuse and slipped out. When I reached the hotel entrance, his driver had already opened the door for him.
Mr. Graves!
I ran after him. Alden paused when he heard me and turned around. Under the cold white streetlight, his sharp features looked even more distant.
About tonight. Thank you.
You don't need to thank me.
Alden spoke calmly.
We are getting married. You could have told them directly.
I opened my mouth, but no words came out. The day I returned to New York, I had no one left here. Then I ran into Alden's car on the street.
Did you come back for Rhys Calder? He is getting married.
With his need for control, it will be hard for you to survive in this city. I need a fiancé to deal with my family. Think about it.
Alden casually offered me a way out.
Fine, but we need rules.
Alden raised an eyebrow.
Rules?
No sex. No kissing. No touching unless we are in public. And no falling in love. For the first time, Alden smiled.
Deal.
Until this day, I still don't understand what he wanted from me. I also didn't dare use his name to act powerful and wanted to keep things quiet. Actually, his full name was Vaughn Alden Graves, but he had used Alden in public for years.
I'm sorry. I caused you trouble tonight.
Alden looked at me quietly for a while. He seemed about to say something, but changed his mind.
Text me when you get home.
I went back inside, but a few old classmates stopped me to talk. By 8 o'clock, it suddenly started pouring outside. Everyone was trapped at the hotel, so we had to book rooms for the night. Alden sent 3 words, exactly as brief as he always was. Is it over? I'm staying at the hotel, I texted back. A long while later, he sent another message. Send me your room number, and sleep first if you're tired. After I sent the room number to him, whether it was on purpose or not, Rhys and Celia's room happened to be right next to mine. The soundproofing was terrible. Celia's laughter came through the wall. It grated on my nerves. As if she was afraid I could not hear, she called out,
Rhys, on her birthday that year,
We were beside her too.
Shut up, you're loud.
Rhys's voice was low, carrying a faint trace of boredom. I froze. Then I remembered the first birthday I spent with Rhys. He celebrated with me, but after midnight, he disappeared. Celia could not be reached either. A wave of nausea rose in my stomach, and my eyes started to burn. The truth was, I could no longer tell how much I still loved Rhys. I had given him all of my youth, but I had finally become a joke. The noises next door became worse. Celia's voice was full of provocation. Then, in that exact moment, my door opened hard. My eyes were wet as I stared blankly at the man in the doorway.
Mr. Graves, why are you here?
Alden stared at me.
This hotel does not have the best security. I was worried.
Maybe it was my imagination, but his temper seemed bad tonight. He carried a coldness that warned people not to come close. Somehow, the room next door went silent at once. Alden looked me over quietly.
Are you fine?
What?
I can help you change rooms.
I quickly waved my hands.
It's late, and you still have work tomorrow. You should rest early.
Only after I said it did I realize I had booked a king room. The way I lifted the blanket was like I was inviting him to share the bed. The air turned awkward in an instant. Alden's eyes swept over my bare leg before he looked away. Then he called his assistant.
Book another room.
Suddenly, Celia's voice came back from next door. This time, it was even louder. A feeling of anger rose inside me. I reached out, grabbed the corner of Alden's coat, and said softly,
It's fine, you can sleep here.
Alden's gaze became strange. There was even something aggressive in it. My face burned red at once.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Okay.
Alden calmly ended the call.
You shower first?
Bang! A loud crash came from next door. Then Celia let out a startled cry, and my phone started vibrating. It was Rhys's number. I did not answer. Soon a text appeared on my screen. Odette Hale, you have 3 minutes. Come out. Alden pressed his lips together and gave a cold smile.
Oh, busy man, right?
I was about to say something when Alden suddenly stepped closer. He took off his watch and loosened his collar. I froze and stammered.
What are you doing?
Soon I was surrounded by the cold scent of pine.
Miss Hale, you invited me first. It would be rude to refuse.
My heart felt like it was about to jump out of my throat. We were so close that I could count his eyelashes.
Can you make a sound?
He asked.
What?
My voice was barely audible.
Your voice sounds much better than hers.
I suddenly understood what he meant, and I tried. The sound came out stiff and awkward, but it made Alden laugh. There was almost a hint of reward in his laugh, as if he was saying I had done very well. Suddenly, Rhys's voice came from next door.
Odette Hale, answer the phone.
Alden curved his lips, picked up my phone, and said calmly.
She's in the shower.
Rhys was silent for a second. Then he asked.
Vaughn Graves.
It's me.
Rhys let out a cold laugh.
Stay away from her. You don't know who you're messing with.
Alden brushed the messy hair away from my face and laughed softly.
Big words. I hope you last longer in a fight than you do in bed.
Something slammed against the wall next door. Then everything went quiet again. Only then did I realize what I had just done, and I quickly stepped back.
I'm going to sleep.
After saying that, I moved to the inner side of the bed and left space for Alden. I had no idea what he was thinking. The room fell silent, with only the sound of rain outside the window. I closed my eyes, but my heart was beating wildly. The first time I met Alden suddenly appeared in my mind. Back then, I was still chasing Rhys. At our college arts showcase, I went on stage and performed a dance. Alden had been dragged in by Rhys and sat in the first row below the stage. But his eyes never once landed on me, so I thought he was a cold man. Later, I followed Rhys around and met Alden a few more times, but we barely spoke. I never imagined that one day we would lie in the same bed. I sighed softly. Alden